This is WFYI News Now. It's Tuesday, December 30th, and I'm Jill Sheridan. Here are today's top stories around central Indiana. A year and a half after splitting from IU, Purdue University is opening its own library in Indianapolis. Starting Thursday, January 1st, Purdue students and staff will no longer be able to borrow books from the IU Indianapolis library, according to our reporting partners at Mirror Indy. Instead, the university is encouraging students to use the new library inside Purdue's Indianapolis Student Center on Indiana Avenue, which opened this fall. Students can check out books or articles from the library or request items for pickup. If a book isn't available through Purdue, students and staff can request the book through an interlibrary loan. Even though Purdue students won't be able to check out books from the IU library, they'll still be able to reserve study rooms in the space. Students, staff, and faculty can also apply for a visitor's library card. Road salt can reduce car accidents on icy winter days, but it often doesn't stay on the road, and that runoff can harm aquatic life in rivers and lakes, as well as damage plants and soil. Rebecca Field talked with experts about how to use salt more efficiently.
When salt gets into a lake, it can prevent it from turning over. That's where the layers of water mix, bringing fresh oxygen and nutrients to the bottom.
So the fish have to stay out of that zone and up above that part of the lake.
That's University of Vermont professor Chris Stepanuk. She says you want to get as much snow off the pavement as possible before salting. Then figure out if the road is the right temperature. Salt won't work below 15 degrees Fahrenheit and may not be necessary above 30 degrees. Spread the salt grains about 3 inches apart. Using a spreader can help. If you see salt on the ground once the storm has passed,
sweep it up and you can use it again later. You can save yourself money, and that salt will still be just as good in the next round.
I'm Rebecca Thiel.
Other de-icers like sand, coal ash, and beet juice can also cause environmental problems, so using salt more efficiently is the best option. Indiana University has been celebrating a historic season, including its first Big Ten championship since 1967 and a Heisman Trophy win for quarterback Fernando Mendoza. They're now preparing for the Rose Bowl against Alabama, which has won 6 national titles since 2009. Top-ranked and undefeated IU is favored in the betting markets by 6.5 points over Alabama. Longtime Floyd County, Indiana judge Maria Granger says she's retiring in 2026 after 3 terms on the bench. Granger started the state's first Veterans Court. It's now one of more than 100 problem-solving courts operating in Indiana. Veterans courts help people get mental health and substance abuse support. Granger says her work in the courtroom has been focused on helping people.
I knew that if I was really going to serve justice, it had to be focused in on doing what I could to support people's efforts to make their lives better.
Several candidates have taken initial steps to run for Granger's seat in the primary election next May. That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Zach Bundy with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Kendall Antron produced our music. If you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to get the latest updates from our newsroom. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next time.